My name is Bryce Gooden from Bartlesville High School. I'm in 11th grade, and the title of my speech is College. Is the price worth it? Imagine you're a senior in high school, having good grades and above average ACT score while working a minimum wage job. You've stretched your schedule thin, expecting this lack of sleep to pay off for when you go to college. You've applied to several state selective schools and found that even after $30,000 worth of scholarships, you still owe $50,000 after getting out. With the bank account full of Christmas money and tips, how are you going to pay for a higher education? There used to be several answers to this problem, but now there's really only two. Student loans, or pick a career that does not require a college degree. The student loan debt is a national crisis and at an all-time high, and high schools are only providing avenues for students to go straight into college instead of into the workforce. So the four-way Rotary test must be applied here to analyze why colleges are so expensive. So question number one, is it the truth? Is college much more expensive than just a few decades ago? Well, according to the National Association of Public Policy and Higher Education, tuition rates have risen 439% from 1982 to 2007. In the same time period, family income rates have only risen 147%. These numbers are imbalanced. Speaking to my own dad, he attended the University of Oklahoma and received a Bachelor's of Science in Engineering for just over $16,000. This was in 1991. For me to attend the same university and receive the same degree would cost me $44,000 just in tuition. A former peer of mine attended Oklahoma State University, and without any of her scholarships, she would have to pay $77,000 for tuition, books, room, and board. So undoubtedly, college prices have risen over the past 30 years. It is true that you have to work 145 hours in order to pay for college now, instead of just 25 hours a week 30 years ago. It is true that endowment funds are used for non-education purposes and materialistic bribes in order to woo students to their campuses. It is true that many careers now do not require a higher education and you can still be financially successful, such as construction workers, manufacturers, and computer programmers. So question number two, is it fair to all concerned? It is most undoubtedly unfair to the hard-working youth of today, as they are paying 4 times the amount for the same education their college graduate grandparents received. Although high school education has improved, the inclination to go to college has risen as many high school students believe that to get a high-paying job, you have to have a college degree. As colleges realize this, the demand for college rises and competition in between universities increase. As endowment funds are used for materialistic bribes to woo students into their campuses, the state collective budget for universities has dropped $9 billion according to the National Center of Budget and Policy. So all the while, they expect students to make up this price. While we can't make colleges free, because that would be unfair to the taxpayers, we can expect endowment funds to be used appropriately for education purposes only. And on the student side, they will need to choose a degree that returns a positive investment for after college. Question number 3. Does it build goodwill and better friendships? The definition of goodwill is cooperative feelings or attitudes towards one another. If colleges drop their prices and establish the true value of education, then that will decrease in the youth anxiety about the future today. This will also increase in universities working together to directly affect the scholar for the better. This will increase in money being available to people before, during, and after college and give more free time for people to spend with each other, therefore benefiting the value of friendships. Fourthly, are all of these solutions beneficial to all concerned? By making more avenues for people who can't afford or don't desire to go to college, they can go straight into the workforce by being debt-free. This causes the economy to be supported at its base, while giving people that see college as the appropriate avenue for their career to afford a focused higher education. This will improve technological, economical, and political advances in today's future. This will also increase in non-value added degrees being canceled from colleges and colleges receiving more higher educated students, while the government increases in educational grants from the booming economy. So most definitely, it is beneficial to all concerned. So let me leave you with this. Louisiana State University spent $85 million just for renovations on their gym and building the lazy river. This $85 million could have been used to supply 1,100 college students with a 4-year degree, even at today's tuition rates. These endowment fund uses have to be used appropriately, and administration staff must be decreased and paid appropriately as well across the board. If you're a student with straight C's and bad test scores, but a great work ethic, do not worry. There is a career out there where you can be more financially successful than most college graduates. You just have to find it. Contrary to popular belief, college isn't for everyone from an economical standpoint. And if the statement is ignored, then soon the price of college will not be worth it for anyone. Thank you.